Okay, everybody, Stephen Key here. And once again, I have a very special guest, Karina, and your husband, Jared. It's Jared?
Jared.
Yeah. You're inventors, aren't you?
So my husband is the inventor. I call myself the co-creator because he invented the Hang-O-Matic when he was in college, so we haven't met yet.
Okay.
And when we met in 2008, I moved to Los Angeles from New York. I was just hanging up a shelf in my bedroom that I got in IKEA, and I couldn't line up the second hole. I couldn't match the second nail with the hole in the back of the shelf. And then like a week later, Jared and I had met, and he introduced me to his parents pretty quickly. So he brought me to his room, and then he goes into the closet and whips out this massive metal rod that was his first Hang-O-Matic prototype,
Okay.
which was to hang pictures. And I looked at it when he explained to me what it is, and I thought, oh my God, I could have used this yesterday. You know, we dated for 3 months, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna help you get this thing out there.
Okay.
And so that's why I call myself the co-creator, because he needed me to kind of help him.
Well, it's always teamwork. I tell everybody, and especially if you have a smart girlfriend or a smart wife, your product is so simple, right? And it's called the Hang-O-Matic. It's so simple. I saw some videos. In fact, we're going to put some videos so everybody can see it.
Does this look familiar? Anyone who hangs pictures, mirrors, shelves, or TVs knows how frustrating it can be to make sure measurements are perfect the first time. Are you tired of spending too much time struggling with measuring, only to end up with a wall full of spackle holes and crooked results? Stop making extra holes in your walls. Stop guessing where to place the nail or screw. Don't ever buy another complicated tape measure or expensive laser level. Introducing the Hang-O-Matic. Step 1. Align the 2 pointers of the Hang-O-Matic with the 2 anchor points of the back of the item you wish to hang. Step 2. Choose a location to hang your item on the wall. Level the Hang-O-Matic at your chosen height and firmly press both ends to mark the 2 anchor points on your wall. Step 3. Use nails, screws, or hangers to mount the object on the wall. And that's it, you're done. The Hang-O-Matic makes it so easy to hang anything on the wall evenly apart and perfectly level. Just 1, 2, 3, and the hanging is easy.
Do you have it there?
I have it here.
I like it because it's so easy to use.
It's a tape measure. Who doesn't know how to use a tape measure?
Everyone does.
So our slogan is husband not required. Because I was having trouble hanging up that shelf.
Okay.
Had I had this, I wouldn't have had that problem that I did.
It's selling everywhere, isn't it? Where's it selling? Because I've seen it everywhere.
So I usually say go to your local retailer. It's not in every single store, but it's in every single Home Depot. It's in every single Hobby Lobby. And Hobby Lobby is my biggest accomplishment, I feel like, because it's at the register.
What's the price point? How much?
It's $14.99.
Affordable.
So it's pretty inexpensive. It's a Bed Bath & Beyond, Ace Hardware,
Okay.
Menards, Container Store.
All right, everybody, I meet a lot of inventors. I know you do too. And they've got this great idea. And they want to go down this road of venturing. I want to make it myself, and I want to make it here in the United States, and I want to do all this work. And they have no clue on what it really takes. Is it hard work or not?
I will never do this again.
I love that.
So I will tell you, we manufactured Hang-O-Matic. We've never got any investors. We've always been told no. We got into all these retail stores. I now can finally say I also licensed it. So I'm proud to say I learned how to manufacture, and then I licensed it, right? So what's next?
Let's talk about the float of the money, because I know you started getting those orders, and people don't even understand the financial situation here. Even if you can file for intellectual property, have inventory, the molds, you get everything done, and you get that first big order. Do you just take that PO and go down to the local bank and go, here, give me some money? Does it work that way?
No. And so we started watching Shark Tank, and that is the biggest problem is with that show. Because at the show, because the show started in 2009, and we started watching it then, and every time you're watching Shark Tank and they're like, well, if you got a PO, why don't you just go to the bank? Okay. hey, Jared, let's just keep going. When we get a PO, he said we could go to the bank. And we got a purchase order from Bed Bath & Beyond. Initially, they said it was going to be for 200 stores, but instead it was for all their stores. So the purchase order went from being potentially small to something we couldn't afford. All right. And then we got a Joann's PO for $65,000. So I have these two POs from two reputable, huge stores, and we went to the bank, and they said no. And we went to another bank, and they said no. I mean, we went to every single bank that you can think of. Okay. And they all said no.
So it's not easy to get the money. All right, let's jump ahead. You know how to get into companies. I mean, you know how to get into retailers. You did all the manufacturing. You said, heck, this is a lot of work. How did you start to license them? Because people ask me all the time. My specialty is really licensing. I've done some venturing. Yeah. I don't like it either. But how do you go from I'm manufacturing and I've got a successful product? How do you find a licensee? And is that a good idea to make that switch?
For us, it was a really good idea because so I'm not sure if you know this, but when I got that Bed Bath & Beyond order and the Joann's order, we couldn't get the money. My parents had passed away and I don't have a rich uncle and I don't have a money tree in the back. So the only way for us to fulfill those orders, because we didn't want to say no, right? We got on a reality TV show and we showed them these POs and they didn't like our personalities. They didn't like how aggressive we were. And I'm like, who cares how aggressive we are? I'm showing you I have these POs. I need the money. They said no. Fine. So finally, the last thing that had to happen is we sold our dream home that we practically built with our own hands.
All right. So you made a big, okay, so that's a big sacrifice. So how did you find the licensee? Was that easy to find that person?
It was not that easy to find the person, but since our product is essentially a tape measure, we went to all the tape measure manufacturers. The licensing did not happen until last April.
Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb. You're good at marketing. You're good at pitching. So do they use your talents?
Yes. So basically they took away all of our operations, all of our expenses, packaging, because we were working with only the money that Jared makes from work, because Jared still works full time. Okay. So we finally had to say no to certain stores because we couldn't afford the inventory. Right. So in order for us to expand, like we're hopefully here getting into Target, in order for us to expand, we had to either get an investor or we decided to license it because Jared was literally working full time with 2 computers, talking to the manufacturer, and then shipping, and it's just a lot. So I wrote a book. I wrote a book for those people who don't want to hire me to write their pitch, because it takes me about you'll be surprised to hear this. It takes me about 5 to 6 hours to write 150 words.
Well, it's not easy too. It's not easy to pitch, and it takes experience. It's an art at times to summarize your idea very quickly, to hit all the buttons that people really care about. That sounds pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. So I finally found like the whole of what's going on in today's inventing. Nice. That inventors don't know how to say what they're trying to solve.
So how can people find you, Karina? We're going to put some information down below if they want. They can buy your book, and they can find you down below. We'll put it put your website. Is that the best way?
Sure. My website is The One Pitch.
Okay. And we'll send people to you. Well, thank you for coming on. Right. And everybody, check her out. Find the book. If you want to learn how to pitch, she does it. She knows how to pitch. Find the book. If you need more help, contact her. Karina can help you do it. Thank you very much.